Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I am your host, guys. Go ahead and smash the like button, turn on the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel. And let's get boring. Trump will never allow CBDC, gives full credit to Vivek Ramaswamy. SEC blames Simswap attack for a hacked X account prior to official Bitcoin ETF approval. Guys, if you don't remember, a couple weeks ago, literally the day before the approval, or 2 days before the approval, supposedly the SEC's X account got hacked, and they said that they had approved the Bitcoin ETF. But then Gary Gensler came out and said that the account had been compromised. And then the next day, if I remember correctly, they approved it. Or I think someone fat fingered, or they just wanted to manipulate the market. I think it's absolute bullshit. The Simswap hack, blah blah blah, whatever. That's my opinion. And last but not least, MountGoau confirms creditors' Bitcoin addresses for repayments. I picked this article because I think this is part of what is going on with the downturn in the Bitcoin price right now, on top of Grayscale continuing to sell off. It's just more fear in the market. People think there's going to be a lot of selling, so people that are weak sell based off of news like this. Whatever. Cheap Bitcoin for me. That's where my head's at. All right, guys, to the market. Right now, current market cap sitting, let me refresh this, 1.52 trillion, down 5% from yesterday. Guys, Bitcoin dominant sitting just above 50% at 50.3. ETH dominant 17.6. GUI still pretty calm right now. 17 GUI will get you that ETH transaction. And fear and greed index sitting pretty much right smack dab in the middle at 49. Let's go ahead and look at all the blood in the street through the top 100, guys. And see what the outliers are. Right now, Bitcoin is down 4.72% from yesterday. ETH down 6.7. BNB down 5.46. Solana taking a huge hit at 10.22% to the downside. Cardano getting hurt too, 7.67. Doge 7.67. Avalanche almost at 10% down. I'm not going to read all these guys. It's a red day. It's a lot of 7s, a lot of 6s, a lot of 10s. If there's any big outliers, I'll grab them. ICP down 9.74. Oof. OKB down 16.64. Optimism down 11.33. Near down almost 10%. Filecoin down almost 10%. TIA down almost 10%. Guys, and I want to be honest with you. Yeah, the market's nasty right now, but if you believe that we've got a upcoming bull cycle, which I do, with the halving and everything coming up, this is when you buy, guys. I know it sounds so cliche, and it sounds so, everybody says this. I'm not saying buy the dip, but this is when you buy. We saw all these things run, and you always wanted a position. Everybody wants a position, and then when you get it, everybody gets scared to pull the trigger on it. I am waiting on some more money to come in. I've got some things going on, some work I've done that I'm waiting to get paid on once I do. And I've got some more dry powder on the sides. I will be creating positions in things like TIA, things like HBAR, things like Algorand, things like that I haven't built positions in yet. That's what I'm looking for. So anyways, moving on. Almost 10% for TIA to the downside. 8% for Arbitrum. Almost 11% for Mantle, 9% for Stacks, Sui, 2% to the upside today, 13% to the downside for Ordi, 8.46 for Flow to the downside, 8.88 to the downside for Mina, 8.89 for Sandbox, 10.62 for Helium, 13 or 14.45 for whatever this is, Sats 1000 Sats. 10.26 to the downside for Phantom. FTT making moves. Weird. 3.78 to the upside. 10.33 to the downside for ASTR. Chili's up 3.34%. DYDX down at 9.39. $9.46 to the downside for Clay. 9.61 to the downside for RON. 10.3 to the downside for Woo. 10.18 for Pancake Swap to the downside. 8.17 down for Gala. 8.59 down for Rocket Pool. And that is your top 100, guys. AXL ticking in with 2.67 to the downside. Okay, let's go. Bitcoin, 4 hour. I told you yesterday, if we couldn't flip back above 41,351, we would be going down. I told you if we lost 39,901, let's just call it 40 grand, it'd be bad. We lost it, tried to get back above it, and it turned into instant resistance. See you later, bye. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time. My levels have been up here and have not changed in quite some time, guys. This is everything I'm looking at the side for support, resistance, places to potentially bounce, to open longs, etc., etc. But I want you to I want to show you something slightly concerning. I want you to look at this 37,997 and this 37,589. I went back on the daily to see what it looks like for support and resistance levels, and I gotta be honest, there's no real support and resistance around, or support I should say, till about 37,589, guys, which will line up with this fib right now at the 0% on the fib. I really want you to see this. Support, support, support. This is kind of the only area right now that is support on the daily with where we're at right now. There's not, I mean, you might have a little one here right around 38.7-ish, just kind of right in there, but it didn't really hold. The next layer of support we're looking at is at 37,997, and then even stronger support we're looking at 37,589. There is nothing really outside of that. Yeah, right there again, all the way back to the first time it was support on the daily is back in February of 2022, guys. All I'm getting at is if we're looking for a bounce on the daily, at least bigger time frame, that's the only place I'm seeing it. That is another just over 3% pullback from where we're at right now. We'll see if we bounce off the top of, this is my whole box here that we were looking at for a while, ranging box for a potential range before we ripped. But yeah, guys, it's looking a little bleak, just being honest, on the daily. That 37,589, that's our next support. There's not much in between there, at least on the daily. So I would be ready for, if we're not getting a bounce here, I would be ready for another 3% drop. Not 33. I know I can't talk well sometimes. If we lose 37,589, this is bad. It's not looking good at all. Well, we are definitely in a downturn at that point. But outside of that, guys, you know my levels. Nothing has really changed. I was really hoping we'd stay in this range right here, but we didn't. So just be cautious. I am waiting for some kind of sideways movement, just some kind of strength to show me that we're not going to continue going down before I start building bags and other positions and other tokens. That's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, let's just for shits and giggles, I want to see what this entire pullback looks like. Crazy part is it's only a little over 20%, which is interesting because if you go back in history, 30% is pretty much a guaranteed to happen several times throughout a bull market in crypto, at least for Bitcoin. We are now down 21 and some change, and we're all freaking out. Oh, how we forget the past so fast. Anyway, keep your eye on it. I'll keep my eye on it. I'll let you guys know what I think. Yeah, we'll go from there. Guys, let's get on the news and get you out of here. Trump will never allow CBDC, gives full credit to Vivek Ramaswamy. The presidential candidates acknowledge the importance of the issue and credits Vivek Ramaswamy for bringing it to his attention. Former president of the United States and current presidential candidate, a former president of the United States. Well, yeah, we know that. I don't know. They word things weird and it messes me up when I'm reading. A former president of the United States and current presidential candidate Donald Trump has once again mentioned the topic of central bank digital currencies, giving full credit to Vivek Ramaswamy, who has dropped out of the Republican presidential primaries a week ago. During the rally in Laconia, New Hampshire on January 22nd, Trump told the audience that Ramaswamy, the only presidential candidate with crypto framework in his program, asked him to raise once again the question of tackling the potential CBDC in the U.S. After a brief confession that he didn't like Ramaswamy until he defeated him, Trump repeated his recent claim that he would never allow the CBDC. The first time Trump mentioned the CBDC during the campaign speech was during a campaign speech in Portsmouth, another city in New Hampshire, on January 17th. Back then he said, "I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency," explaining that such a currency would give a federal government the absolute control over citizens' money. I agree. While Trump wasn't known for any nuanced stance on crypto besides some negative comments about Bitcoin during his presidency, it was Vivek Ramaswamy and the Florida governor Ron DeSantis who took up the subject to the presidential campaigns. Both ex-candidates have now suspended their campaigns. Ramaswamy has done so on January 16th. Endorsing Trump, DeSantis officially ended his run a couple days later on January 21st after losing a massive 21 points to Trump during the Iowa primary election. DeSantis has also confirmed his endorsement of Trump, who has repeatedly mocked the politician in recent months. On January 19th, United States Representative Tom Emmer expressed his support for Trump's promise to fight CBDC, claiming that he looks forward to working with Trump against the expanding government surveillance state. Emmer has spoken in favor of digital assets on many occasions and has a history of pushing back against the regulation by enforcement approach to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and its chair, Gary Gensler. There you go. Trump is against CBDCs. SEC blames Simswap attack for hacked X account prior to official Bitcoin ETF approval. The SEC had multi-factor authentication enabled 6 months prior to the hack, but it was disabled by X support following a request by an SEC staff member. Oh, weird. The securities regulator revealed. Just open the door. Why not? Such an accident. What could happen? The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has confirmed it fell victim to a Simswap attack, leading to the false X post on January 9th stating that the Bitcoin spot ETF had been approved. 2 days after the incident, in consultation with the SEC's telecom carrier, the SEC determined that the unauthorized party obtained control of the SEC's cell phone number associated with the account in an apparent Simswap attack, an SEC spokesperson said on January 22nd. Once in control of the phone number, the unauthorized party reset the password for the SEC Gov account. That's the only account they went after. I'll wait. I'm sure that phone had access to many other accounts. And not only just that account, but some sensitive data. United States government data. But no. They just went after the SEC.gov X account just to post that the ETF was approved. That's it. That's all they wanted to do. Bullshit! Want to control the phone number of the unauthorized party, reset the password to the SEC.gov account. The SEC spokesperson added, the SEC said law enforcement is investigating how the unauthorized party got the carrier to change the SIM for the account and how the party knew which phone number was associated with the SEC's X account. I'm sure several are. The SEC also revealed that 6 months prior to the attack, a staff member removed the multi-function authenticator as an additional layer of protection due to issues accessing the account. The security measure was not restored until after January 9th attack. Yeah, if this doesn't sound pre-orchestrated, I don't know what does. Look, the government thinks you guys are all fucking idiots. If you're reading this shit and going, oh, okay, that sounds like a likely story. Sorry, you're a fucking idiot. The SEC said it hadn't found any evidence suggesting the unauthorized party gained access to other SEC systems, data, or social media accounts. How absolutely convenient. Let me ask you a question. If you're a hacker and you get control of a government phone with access to all sorts of shit, you're going after the X account, the Twitter account? Right. Got it. We all saw this. We all screen posted this. Screenshot it and post it. SIM swapping is a technique in which hackers gain control of a telephone number by having it reassigned to a new device. The SEC officially approved several swap big the following day, which is hilarious. Most of which began trading on January 9th. To me, this looks like pure manipulation by the SEC to not allow pumping, things like that, which is sad, and it's so obvious. What it doesn't talk about in this article, by the way, is how quickly the SEC regained control of the account. Large accounts, guys, have been Simswap attacked and lost access to their account. And it takes hours, if not days, before they get access back to their account. And in that time, the people that are trying to post, scammy stuff are literally just posting over and over and over. So I find it very odd and convenient that the SEC regained control of their account in under an hour, minutes, if I remember correctly, after this post. And I know there's people that are probably like, well, it's a government account, so it was easier. If it was so easy to hack, why would it be so easy to give them the account back? I'm calling bullshit on all of this, and I think you should too. If you don't, I would love to see how you agree with what they're saying. This looks so orchestrated. It looks like such bullshit. But that's me, and I'm a nobody in a bedroom making videos by himself, talking to himself. So who the hell am I? All right, moving on. Last but not least, MountGoau confirms creditors' Bitcoin addresses for repayment. After launching bank repayments in December of 2023, the MountGoau trustee is getting ready to start repayments of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash on Bitstamp and Kraken accounts. The trustee of the hacked cryptocurrency exchange MountGoau is inching towards Bitcoin repayments as it reportedly reached out to creditors to confirm their identity and the existence of their accounts. Numerous MountGoau creditors reported receiving new emails from MountGoau about the completion of identity verification for crypto exchange accounts that are set to be used to repay Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. One such email post on MountGoau's Insolvency Hub on Reddit on January 22nd says that a crypto exchange mentioned in the user's rehabilitation claim has confirmed the account ownership with the trustees. The email says that the exchange is now expected to accept user subscription to the agency receipt to receive repayment of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Please note that you may not be able to receive repayment in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash if your account is disabled or frozen in the future. A rough translation of the email stated. Several Reddit posters have confirmed receiving such an email from MountGo's trustee, with most confirmations coming from the Bitstamp exchange. A few Kraken users also said they received the confirmation email, while the majority of Kraken users reported not receiving the email yet. Some of the exchanges participating in the repayments have altered their users that they will keep servicing MountGo's related customers in certain countries despite leaving those jurisdictions. Bitstamp, which shut down operations in Canada on January 4th of 2024, will keep servicing local accounts involved in the MountGo settlement, according to one email seen by Cointelegraph. We decided to keep these specific accounts open until all due funds from MountGo are completely refunded to you, the email reads, adding, please note that your account is currently limited. Only withdrawal functions. All other services, including deposits and trading, are no longer available. The MountGo's emails are coming amid the trustee moving forward with bank account repayments. The first MountGo's repayment report surfaced in late December of 2023, with some creditors receiving double payments. I remember that. We covered that. Founded in 2010, MountGo was once the biggest Bitcoin exchange in the world, estimated to facilitate around 70% of all Bitcoin transactions before its implosion. The exchange lost 850,000 Bitcoin in a security breach in 2014, becoming one of the biggest crypto bankruptcies ever. MountGo is expected to repay its creditors 142,000 Bitcoin and 143,000 in the forked cryptocurrency Bitcoin Cash, in addition to 69 billion Japanese yen, 510 million USD, by October of 2024. This might be why Bitcoin Cash has been moving lately. Who knows? I don't. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. But if you were in MountGo, hopefully you're getting your money back. All right, let's look at Bitcoin one last time. Ooh. Oops, don't lose that. All right, guys, just what I'm going to say. Keep your eyes for a bounce right here off the top of this pink box. Keep your eyes open for a bounce right here. What is... That's my arrow. Right here. And potentially a bounce right here at these levels, guys. Hopefully. If not, it's going to get bleak real fast. All right, guys, that is all I have got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content we provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, watch the videos, share the videos on all of your social platforms, and above all, if there's anything you can do to help spread the adoption of crypto and help grow the channel, please, by all means, guys, like the videos. It's freezy, peasy, lemon squeezy. I'll see you bright and easy tomorrow morning. I am out of here.